I bought it. I almost bought the digital deluxe edition of Gran Turismo for $90. I started downloading it and I was like, man, Elden Ring is pretty sick. And then I was thinking, wait a minute. It's not like I'm fucking sponsored by Gran Turismo. I can do whatever the fuck I want. How's Gran Turismo? Ooh, I can't wait for that. Isn't that sick? For a change, I got games waiting for me instead of me waiting for fucking games. You know? What a miracle it is. That hasn't happened in 100 years. Did you try GT7 off stream? No, but I'm looking forward to trying it on stream. There's no way I'm not gonna play this. This game is like good. What's new? I saw some complaining shit about Gran Turismo, dude. You guys know about this? They did the scam. $200 cars. This is what they did, and it's not the first company that's done it. They let all the reviewers play a version of the game that did not have microtransactions. The game was reviewed well, and then came out, then patched. And they patched in, they reduced the amount of money you can make potentially by grinding, and they added like prices for cars that were insane. Like the same car from Gran Turismo Sport, the last one, would cost $5 if you wanted to buy it. It now costs $40 for the same car. One car costs $40 if you want to buy it. I didn't even know you could buy cars. So it's like, damn, not only did I find out that she's pregnant, but the kid is already a 25-year-old deadbeat fuck up. That's the kind of like news. Like, brew, I didn't even know, like one thing at a time. How is this guy 25 years old and already a fuck up? You know what I mean? You get the point. That's double whammy bad news. I didn't even really know you could buy cars. I played GT Sport a good amount. I wonder if they released that later, or maybe I just ignored it. Maybe that game didn't really like push you into buying cars. I never bought a car in GT Sport. I felt like that game gave you more money than you ever needed for cars. The ones I wanted were the ones that you had to get in the roulette thing. Loot crate. Man, that's rough. You could buy cars for way cheaper. That's what I just said. What up, just got here? Yeah, I know. Are you trying to tell me that a $5 car is now $40? The same car? Tell me that now. Because, I mean, if you're just going to repeat shit that I just said. Nah, it's cool. Whatever, man. You don't have to say that. You can say whatever you want. What's new? That's crazy, right? And then at the same time, I'm over here playing this game. I couldn't spend $40 on a car in this game if I even wanted to. It's funny, like, it's insane. The difference is fucking crazy, dude. This game feels like a labor of love. Like, you feel like the people who made this game tried to make a good game. And then you hear things about Gran Turismo coming out with a version of the game that doesn't have microtransactions and gives all the reviewers that. It gets reviewed well, and then the game comes out and they patch in like, all right, now activate Operation Loot Crate. And they pulled a switch, and then everything changed. That is like, video games fucking suck, dude. That right there is straight up video games suck. I remember when I started dealing with the feeling of, it was Mortal Kombat 9, dude. Mortal Kombat 9 came out, dude, and I remember that game so well. And you know, I talked to Tokido. You know Tokido? The legend Japanese master of all fighting games. He's such a legend. That game came out, and I talked to Tokido face to face. I saw him, and I was like, hey, man, I know you've been playing Mortal Kombat. What do you think of that game? And he said, it feels like they made it in a way where you can tell they want to change it. It doesn't feel solid. That's what he said. Like, it doesn't feel like someone made this. It feels designed to be fucked with. You could feel that there's knobs that are going to turn. And it's like everything was designed that way. And so I didn't really, Like, at the time, I was like, yeah, you know, he's right. Yeah, he speaks English. That guy's tight, dude. He speaks English well. And he has, since way before esports. He spoke English even before all that shit. Anyway, unrelated. So, at that time, I was a smoke player. In Mortal Kombat 9, I was a smoke player. And they nerfed smoke from the background. And that was the first time I experienced like, dude, I bought this game for you know, I paid like whatever, $60 for this game. And I like smoke. You know, I used to play smoke. And they nerfed him. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I bought a toy and I put it in my toy box. And while I was sleeping, the NetherRealm Studio gremlin came over to my toy box, opened it, and fucking took the arm off of my G.I. Joe, and then put it back in the toy box, closed the box, and left. And the next morning, I woke up, and my G.I. Joe had no arm. That's how it felt. You know? I couldn't believe it. It was like invasion. It felt like an invasion of I bought this, I practiced with it, I'm over here trying to win tournaments with it. It was new to me. I couldn't believe it. You know, historically, the only time that had ever happened prior to that was in a new game, at least a new version. Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, Tekken 5, Dark Resurrection. It wasn't literally some fucking gremlin sneaking into your game and fucking with your character. You know what I mean? At the time, it was unheard of. You probably are totally used to it now, but at that time, I felt like this is weird. And you know, I never played any of those other games that, like, you know, there were games at the time that did that, I guess. Like Team Fortress 2, or like, you know, shit gets changed in Team Fortress 2, right? Well, I never played any of that shit, so I wasn't used to it. It was like the first time in a fighting game when they did that. What the fuck, dude? $40 for one car? And forget that. What about the game being reviewed? Like the version reviewers were able to play didn't have any of these microtransactions, and then it gets reviewed, and then they release the hounds? Is that legal? You can do that? Why doesn't everyone do that? That's my question. If you could do that, if that's not against the rules, why on earth would any game developer send reviewers? I mean, you might as well just be like, why don't you just send the reviewer a copy of Elden Ring, and then erase Elden Ring and put your game's title on it, let them review it well, and then release whatever shitty game you're fucking making, and you'll get a good review. I mean, who makes these rules? That is crazy that they can do that. That's totally against the rules. That should be illegal for them to do that. Like let the game be reviewed well. Now the scores of the reviews are way off. Like, reviewers gave the game a fucking 9 out of 9 or whatever, and then regular civilians gave that shit like 0. All right, whatever. At least it's something to talk about. Man, that's a bummer though. I'm still looking forward to playing Gran Turismo. It's fucked up that they throttled the amount of money you could make without paying. They released the microtransactions, and then they fucking nerfed all the winnings. So like a race that would give you 100,000 credits for winning now gives you like 50,000 credits for winning. And in order to make the same amount of money as you could make in an hour before, you have to like play almost double the amount of races. Whoa. And then they added microtransactions. And they're in that staggered amount, you know? Jesus.
Thank you.
Get me out of here. Oh yeah, rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about one car. Costs $40 in the comments below. Don't forget to ring the notification bell, amigos. And subscribe. We put out videos every day. With that being said, let's get right into it.